In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this two-dimensional bluey out of fondant. To start, I did measure my cake and then I printed that picture out the size that I needed it to be. And I rolled out all the fondant and all the colors that I'm going to need. That's marshmallow fondant, and it does have Tylose powder mixed into it so it can set a little harder. And I'm just doing my trace, cut, and smooth method here. So sometimes I need to look past the picture and figure out where this blue is going to go. That can be the most challenging part of doing this trace, cut, and smooth method. You have to look past the picture to figure out where to trace. And then once I have all the medium blue, then I'm going to trace all the light blue pieces, making sure that I take my Dresden tool and trace all the inner detail as well. And I'm just continuing the process with all of these colors. Now I'm tracing the dark blue onto the dark blue fondant. And I did mention this does have Tylose powder mixed into all this fondant. I roll it out and I let it sit for about 20 minutes before I start this process. That way when I'm tracing it on here, I'm not going to poke a hole through the paper and poke a hole through the fondant as well, because if your fondant is too soft, it's not going to be able to withstand the pressure that's needed in order to transfer these lines into the fondant underneath it. So you just want to make sure that you're tracing all of these little pieces on here. So the nose and then the pupils of the eyes, and then I put it on white fondant and trace the bigger part of the eye and that small little piece that's on the nose as well. And once I have all the pieces traced, I like to take my Dresden tool and just deepen the inner detail, and then I'm going to cut all the pieces out. And anytime I cut anything out of fondant, it's going to be a little jagged, so I like to take my fingers and my tools and smooth my cuts. You won't see me do this every single time, but every single time I cut a piece out of fondant, I'm just going to smooth the edges just to make sure that it looks nice and pretty. And then once I have all of the pieces cut out, I'm going to get a little bit of water behind them and assemble them onto this black fondant. I want to cut an even black border around the entire thing, so I want the black fondant as a background. So you don't want to put too much water down because you don't want the water seeping out underneath the fondant and getting on the black fondant because it will ruin it. But I just have the picture closed for reference, and I'm just piecing this all together so it looks like the picture. Now I have all the background pieces glued down, but the pieces that go on top, I like to lay them down first and make sure I get them in the right position before I glue them down with water. So once I have them in the right position, then I'll lift them up and then get a little bit of water behind it and put it down. This way I can ensure that all the pieces are in the right position before I glue them down with the water, because once you have the water behind it, you really can't move it and shift it because the color is going to transfer onto the fondant underneath it. So you really just want to make sure you have them in the right place before you put them down. And sometimes I just take my Dresden tool and deepen that inner detail so it really pops. Now the eyes and the little snout here, I needed to get them in the right position first before I glued them down. So again, I just have the picture closed for reference, and I'm making sure that I assemble it so it looks like the picture. It can be a tedious process, but it's pretty simple. Once you have all of these pieces cut, you just have to assemble it just like a little puzzle. And these tiny pieces can be a little challenging to work with. I used a number 2 tip just to cut out these little whites of the eyes, and you see how I'm using the tip of my paintbrush just to get them in the right position. And then I'm taking my X-Acto knife and I am just cutting an even black border around this entire thing. And again, once I have that done, I'm going to take my fingers and smooth my cuts and make it look really pretty. And here's Bluey all dressed up for Halloween. How adorable is he? Now, I usually take petal dust and shade in my pieces, but looking at Bluey, he doesn't have any shading in him, so I just decided to leave him as is, but you can shade him in if you want to. And then I let him dry flat for a day or so he could dry really hard. And then when I put him on the cake, I just got a little bit of icing behind him and stuck him to the cake. And how adorable is this? I used the same technique to make Bingo as well by tracing all the pieces onto fondant, cutting the pieces out, and piecing them together like a puzzle. And that is my trace, cut, and smooth method that you can use to make any decorations out of fondant.